Hello, hello. Happy Monday evening, guys. Or I should say, whatever time it is where you're at. Hello, Pat. Hi, Juliana. Hi, Salamea and Letitia and Ann. I decided to go on later today than I normally do because I wanted to, those people that are on the West Coast that usually can't watch live because I'm on the East Coast. I thought it would be a nice little time to go live. However, I have a little routine at night to have my tea and to take a really hot, hot, hot bath. So I'm in my pajamas. So don't tell anyone. It's just between us. Okay? Can you guys hear me okay? See me okay? So let me see. On Facebook, Pat Lynchy. Pat, you're in my membership group. I hope I said your name right. Your last name. And then over on YouTube, because we're streaming on both, which is super exciting, isn't it? Let's see, Janet Mills on YouTube. You both were the first person to comment on the lives. So message me. You can do it, DM me here on Facebook or email me or go to my website, which is, let's find it right there. You can go to my website, hit the contact button, and send me your information, your email address, and I will send you an e-packet of your choice. All right? So, again, that's Pat. I'll just show the little thing there. Hopefully it's written the right way, right? So, Janet Mills on YouTube and Pat Lynchy on Facebook. Hi, Ann. I hope your doctor's appointment went well. I had some physical therapy today, and I will fill my membership group in tomorrow because we have a live lesson tomorrow. I see that Ann is on from Missouri, and she joined my membership group. So exciting. Had several of you join this last night, or yesterday, I should say, and some today. And so I just wanted to jump on and chit chat with you guys. It's chilly in Oklahoma City today. Oh, it is 9 o'clock here and it's still 71 degrees outside. When I woke up this morning, I was cold when I went outside. I had a couple appointments this morning, and then it warmed up and it was hot, like hot. So, but still 71 right now. I hope spring is treating you guys well, although I did see that some of my friends got some snow this weekend. And I'm so sorry. Hello, Cindy Harvey and Linda and Donna. I'm in my nightgown. Oh, good. Well, it's a pajama party, right? Hello, Lynn. Hello, Chris. I just emailed you. Chris Avola. Hello, Virginia. So good to see you on. So like I said, one of my nightly routines, and in fact, many of my friends that usually call me or text me because, my day is crazy. My friend Marianne will text, she's like, well, I was going to call, but I knew it was either dinner or you're jumping in the bath because it's kind of a ritual for me. So hello, Mary. Hi, Lucy. Hi, Cindy. Cindy Jansen from New York. So good that you're here. Member in our group. And Monty. Hello, Norma Jean. Norma Jean's also in my group. Yes, Janet. So the physical therapy today was really good. I had dry needling, acupuncture. I have 2 ribs on my back that are not aligned and they're twisted. So I was sick from November to January with a cough. I wasn't sick that long, but I had this horrible cough from a sinus infection, a couple other things, and I coughed. I remember feeling it in my back. And so when it's just been painful right under my shoulder blade. So I went today and the guy's like, duh, no wonder it hurts. So they did heat compression, exercises, the acupuncture, dry needling, and then also some electrodes. Have you guys ever had those? Where they like put the patches and then they put like wires, almost like you have a dead battery. And I'm thinking, hopefully this will give me some energy. Although if you can't tell, I'm usually never short on energy. So anyway, Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. I sent you your tracking number. Hello, Margie. Hi, Chris Woods. Chris Wood. I was going to say the next thing. Linda Safranco. Hello, Linda. Good to see you guys on. Oh, and Janet's in her PJs too. So like I said, we're just having a big old pajama party. And guess what? We're going to have a pajama party tomorrow night too. So, hi, Margot. So good to see so many of my members showing up. Hello, Debbie Eckmeyer. And I forgot, actually, I read Debbie Eckmeyer's name, and I need to remember to post the Art Waves convention that is happening this month. I need to post those. Like Liz Garcia was on yesterday. I said I was going to post the link. I need to post that tonight. In fact, I need to make a note. Because if I don't make a note, I don't know about y'all, but I will not remember. I used to, but I can remember where you sat at a convention class 5 years ago, but I won't remember that. So I'm going to put that down right here on my little notepad so that I don't forget. Alrighty. So like I said, Janet Mills, Pat Lynchey, message me and I will send you an e-packet of your choice from my website for being the first to comment on my live tonight. Let's see, I've heard of that that dry needling. Yes, I have to say I've had acupuncture before, and I was have electric stim here at home. Chris, my mom said she had one as well. So she said, if you would like it, you can have it. They have two. And I said, I kind of liked it. I was surprised. Hello, Janie Kaufman. To find a convention. Hello, brother. So good to see you on. Thank you so much, David. I so dearly love you and appreciate you. My brother-in-law is on. He's in Texas. The most amazing, just human on the planet, and has his PhD in theater, has taught so many kids, changed so many lives. I'm going to get emotional about it because just love him to bits. So happy that you're here. Oh, you're so welcome, Pat. Yeah, just message me. You have my info. I have your info. Just let me know what e-packet you'd like. Hello to everyone from Nova Scotia. Hello, Corinna. So good to see you on, and thanks for joining. Because Nova Scotia, you're, what, an hour later than we are right now, so 10:08. My PT, they don't do dry needling. I was kind of surprised, Chris, I have to say, when he said, would you like to do some dry needling? And at first I was like, huh? And he said, have you ever had acupuncture? And I said, actually, I have, and it helped. And he said, well, we're going to do that today. So I'm supposed to go 2 days a week, but I go out of town on Thursday, and I'll be gone for a week. So I have to do that when I get back. But it really did help. It really did help. Hello, Madeline. Hey there, looking good. Thanks, Madeline. I'm in my pajamas. And when I was on my recent trip, I can see that camera looks like I look like a Oompa Loompa, like I'm pink. I think hopefully it's not that way on y'all's screen. But when I was on my recent trip to Key West and to Miami, I bought this big floppy hat. So if you follow me on my Facebook page, I posted that. Well, I was on the side of the trolley on the day that it was like the hottest, and I had my hat on, and I think the sun must have like gone through the hat brim because I have a third eyebrow. Can you see it right there? Do I need to get closer? Can you see the third eyebrow? I have tried everything. Concealer for my bags under my eyes and makeup. So I had to touch that up because it's like a big dry, dark patch. It's not dry. It's like a dark patch right there. And it's from the sun. That's the only thing I could think of. Because after that day, that's when it appeared. And I'm like, okay, I've got a third eyebrow up there. So I have a little Brooke Shields eyebrow up on my forehead. So anyway, I'm not sure if you see that on camera, and if you didn't before, you probably see it now, right? And you can't unsee it. So he tries so many things to make my neck feel better. I have to say, Chris, I had that acupuncture. It's not my neck. It's where I have two two ribs that are misaligned or not, they're twisted. And so I have like a space from my neck down that's good, and then a sore point, and then down, sore point, right under my shoulder blade. Oh, Pat's in her PJs too. Okay, PJ party. And guess what? Tomorrow night when we go live, when I go live at 9 o'clock, guess what I'm going to be in? My Target PJs that I bought with my mom on our last trip to see my grandmother before she passed. So they're kind of special. Hello, birthday month girl, Laura Habestraw. So good to see you. You see it? It's not pretty, is it? I'm kind of hoping it goes away. So I'm always happy to see your, oh, thank you, Bonnie. I appreciate that. So I'm going to move that over just a little. I have both of my Facebook and my YouTube screens up so that I can see y'all's comments. But I do think that I'm going to get a bigger screen. So this is a 29 inch, and I think I'm going to get a bigger one so that I can see, see a little bit better, because the eyes have gone after what, 53 years. I had perfect vision till 42, and it's gone downhill since then. So, all right, guys, it's 9:12. We're going to start in just a few minutes. Do have some giveaways. I mean, we can't do a live without a giveaway, right? So like, comment, share. Let people know they can come on over and watch this craziness and us chit-chatting, and my arm fell off my table. Lori, in your robe. Yes, it is bedtime for many of us, right? PJs, what fun, right? So if you're not in your PJs tonight, tomorrow, or your robe, like Lori, then tomorrow when you join me, hopefully you'll join me, be in your PJs. We're going to have a little PJ party. So I have water because I'm like where's my water? I'm trying to pound a ton of water. When they did the dry needling and all that other stuff, they're like, drink a ton of water. And my mom, even after I called to tell her, she's like, drink a lot of water, just to like flush those toxins out. I did take a little nap today. Totally not me. So I just saw someone hit the mad, angry face. What is that about? Are you mad I'm in my PJs? And you're not? Are you on, well, maybe you're not if you're in, I don't even know what time it is. Australia or England, you are in your PJs. Hawaii, you're probably not in your PJs, but. Oh, thank you, Beverly. Thank you. So yes, I do have, am I on this right side? Yeah, I'm on the right side. So my series did the Stargazer Lily yesterday. Thank you so much for all y'all that joined me. I mentioned yesterday, Laura, Peg, I was just going to say that. Thank you so much. I don't know why yesterday's live, there weren't any stars for you guys to be able to do the stars. Thank you so much, Laura. Thank you, Peg, for the stars. I greatly appreciate it. Like I said, I'm looking for a charity to donate that to, and I think I have found one. So all the money from that will go to that charity. And it is, it's a chef that I used to watch actually on the Food Network, and now he goes to all these places, Poland, all over, when there's a disaster, when there is a need, like there so is in the Ukraine right now, and in Poland with the refugees, that he goes and he cooks. It was during the pandemic when he had a restaurant, and so he would take the food to the nurses and staff at hospitals and stuff. And I was just blown away with this story. So World Kitchen, I think is the name of it. My husband and I have donated, but I thought that would be a really good charity. Thank you so much, guys. I greatly appreciate that. Oh, Vanessa Cooper, thank you. I appreciate the stars. So this is on Facebook, guys, for my peeps over on YouTube. I'm not sure if there's anything that you could click on. But anyway, on Facebook, there are the stars. This is something new that they started, and that, like I said, that money will go to a charity. So Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you here. It's 9:15. Let's get started. So basically, I just wanted to kind of come in and chit chat with you guys. I'm just going to sit back in my chair. Is he Hispanic? His name escapes me. I think he is half Hispanic, and yes, but bald and just a nice, just such. I love to listen to him talk about World Central Kitchen. Thank you, Tammy, my friend down in St. Simons. I cannot wait to be there this summer. Just found this live from sunny South Australia. Hello, Trish. Oh my goodness, it's on my bucket list to come paint with you guys, to come see you guys. I hope you guys are all well. Anyway, it is the World Central Kitchen, and it is Jose Andres. Thank you so very much, Tammy, for posting that, because it's like on the tip of my tongue, and YouTube has a $, I believe. I'm not sure that I see that on there, but regardless, it's going to go to a charity, and I'm almost pretty certain he is going to be the one that gets that, because I love, okay, I'm still seeing like someone's hitting that little angry face emoji. So if you are, why? Why? Are you mad that I'm in my pajamas and I'm drinking water? I already had my tea. Yes, we must arrange something. Trish, I will bring the paint, and I will bring the brushes, and I will bring the fun. But yes, would love to. So Australia, and I want to get to Hawaii, back to Hawaii. My parents used to have a house there. And so I have been many times, and I don't know, like I mentioned the other day on my live, I have brushes, I will travel. And you guys know I love to teach. You already know that I love to teach. Probably just hitting the wrong button. I know, Debbie, I know. I just kind of want to point it out so someone could see. It's funny when I go back and you can look at like the, what is that? The analytics and stuff. And there's usually at least like a little mad face. And then there's also, you can see like if there was a post that was hidden. So the only posts I ever hide are posts that say some words that I don't like, and maybe even a couple people, like their names. So anyway, no, not me listening to you. Hello, Marlene from Memphis. My Memphis. Oh, thank you, Janie. Thank you so much. I love teaching. Like I said, hello, Mona. Either being done by accident or just right, Ann? I think I'll do both. So I'll think that they are doing it on accident, because you know when you fat finger like you're texting and stuff and you write something that you don't mean. So that's what I'm going to chalk it up to. Do you want company? Yes, come on, Norma Jean, come with me. So Norma Jean Bingaman is one of my members for my membership group, and she turned 90 in January. Let me just tell you, I'll be glad when you come back to Texas. Teresa, funny enough, I was talking to one of my friends today, and we were talking about an East Coast, Midwest, California to Hawaii seminar retreat thing, kind of 2 for 1. And so hopefully we will see if we can make that happen. But it wouldn't be till next year, because that would take a lot of logistics and a lot of planning. Hello, Wendy from Jersey. Good to see you on YouTube. Thanks for being here. Chris Avola, thank you for the stars. Greatly appreciate that. I've never gotten to go to Hawaii. So Robin, when my parents lived in Hawaii, I think I went 7 times. And I went with a 10-month-old, and I was 4 months pregnant with my second. That's right, a 10-month-old, and I was 4 months pregnant with my second. So, yeah, it was awesome. And I think they regret sometimes selling their house. They sold it at a great time, though. And I don't know. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't speak for them. I don't know that they have the regret that they did, but I do, because it was a place I could go stay for free in Hawaii, and it was gorgeous. And then, of course, they knew all the hot spots to go to. So, all right, it's 9:20. We've chit-chatted for 20 minutes. Do you ever come to Canada? So, Donna, I'm going to Buffalo, New York in June. And then the ladies took me over to Canada to see Niagara Falls to teach. I would love to come teach in Canada, 1,000%. So I used to teach in Taiwan every year and went to Spain and did Create and Craft TV in England, and and then the pandemic hit. So, but things are looking up, and like I mentioned yesterday on my live, if you missed it, you can check it out on my YouTube channel, but also here on my Sandy McTeer Designs page. I did a Stargazer Lily, which is behind, wrong way, which is behind me. It is the 5th in my series, and on the let's see, I think it's the last Sunday of the month is my next, because I'm out of town. I'll have to look at that. I almost think it's the can't even see my calendar from there, so bad. 24th, maybe. Not in June. I will not be here. Not in June. You can go stay with Tracy Moreau. I know, right, Robin? I know. The angry face is located in a very unfortunate place. I agree, Beth. Beth Root just mentioned that about I know. It's just not in a great place for hitting that button and that emoji. So anyway, would that not be fun? So Tracy and I have talked about maybe some things coming up, but it would be next year. So would you guys like that? And would you travel to it? Would you travel to come paint with both of us together? I'm saying this, her and I spoke about it, but we haven't really put it out there, so hello. I'm putting it out there. I flew to Hawaii 2 years ago, cruised to Sydney, and booked to go back in 2024. How fun. How fun is that? Yeah, I love Hawaii. It's just beautiful and it's tropical, and I think that's one of the reasons I loved Miami and Key West so much. First off, I'm a beach person. Y'all probably know that if you followed me for any time. I am grew up in Southern California till 6th grade. We lived at the beach. We walked to the beach. We were always at the beach year round. And it's just my happy place. It fills my soul. The sound of the ocean, the smell of the ocean, the sand, the shells, it just all just is my jam. So I would travel, just let me know when. Yeah, so it's being talked about. Let me just say that. Absolutely will travel to paint with you. Oh, thank you, Wendy. Well, you don't have to travel too far, because that's a really good segue, Wendy Warner up in New Jersey. Let's talk about my membership group. It's one of the things I wanted to jump on. I know I talked to you guys about it yesterday on my live a little bit. Depends on where and price. Limited retirement. I totally get that, Suzanne. Totally understand. So my membership group. I started this in October 2020. Was it 2020? Yeah, 2020. Because I used to travel. So in 2020, I had 22 trips planned. I took 4. So I went to Germany and did Creative World with Decoart. And my gal pal Tracy Moreau, a couple other people were there. I then went to, before that, I went to Phoenix for Creativation, which is the show I'm going to this week. I leave on Thursday to go to Orlando for Creativation NAMTA. And then I went to Creative Painting, which has always been one of my favorite painting conventions. And sadly, this year was their last. And then where else did I go? I was supposed to go to Spain. I was supposed to go to England. I was supposed to go to Taiwan. I was supposed to go to Oregon. I was supposed to go to Virginia, West Virginia. There were so many places, like I said, 22 trips. I remember now. I went to Cincinnati for Make It Artsy. So I did a PBS show, Make It Artsy. There's 2 glass projects. You can find them on Decoart's YouTube channel. And so I was able to do that one in July. I also moved my son in the middle of a pandemic from Georgia to Connecticut and set up his apartment and everything in the middle of like the height. Well, I wouldn't say the height because it's 2020, 2021 were pretty much a height, right, of the pandemic. So, so moved him, and because I couldn't travel, I knew that I had to take it online. Now, if you saw my post yesterday, my live yesterday with the Stargazer Lily, I mentioned and called up my friend. My shout out was Carol Craig, and she, my brain just kind of left me for a second. Years ago, she talked me into doing Zoom. She's like, you should download Zoom. You should do Zoom. And then even when I was traveling, people are like, you know, do you travel teach? And I'm like, yes. And they're like, do you do online? I'm like, no. So for many of us that you guys see here online, a lot of it is we've had to pivot our business. And my business changed from traveling every single month to online. Now, it has so many more blessings than it does aggravation and frustration with technical issues, as I'm sure you guys have seen on many platforms and channels and everything else, that sometimes the tech issues we have no control over. Sometimes we just don't know. So I had a lot of learning to do. And Carol Craig and others were so fantastic. And I've tried to extend that to other artists and teachers and stuff as I've learned it. And I have shared with, I could write probably a whole ledger of ones that I have helped. But again, just kind of paying it forward and sharing because we're all on the same boat. So in in July of 2020, I did Summerfest with Chris Hoy. It was the very first Zoom class I had ever taught in my life. My very first class had 92 people in it. And I was like, oh my gosh, 92. At least 4 members are on with us. Oh, Donna, that's exciting. Yes, I was supposed to come paint with y'all too. That was the first seminar. My first thing that was canceled was I was going on an 80th birthday cruise with Priscilla Hauser. I was so bummed. In fact, my husband bought me this really nice suite with a balcony on the ship and everything. Never happened. And I think I'm probably out the money, which is a shame. So loved Summerfest. Yes. So I was supposed to go to Ohio to Chris Hoy's shop and teach Summerfest. And so we took it online. We took it to Zoom. And I was super excited with the response. Like I said, my first class had 92. My second class had 91. And I think my third class had 90. And I just thought, okay. And I was painting with people from all over the world. One of my last classes I taught was a journaling class. It was also the day, that my father-in-law passed away. So I'm in the middle of class and my husband comes in and he just kind of nodded. And so I took a break for a second. No, I'm getting emotional, although they mean the world to me. So I mentioned to the group that I was thinking about doing a journaling membership group. And there was a really good response. So I opened my membership group. So that was in July. In October, I opened my membership group, and I gotta get my composure here. Sorry. So when I opened it, my husband said, "Now don't be disappointed. Like if you don't have a lot of people up front, and man, that's a lot of money." And I said, I would be happy with 20 people that want to come weekly, monthly to paint with me. And so when that happened, and then all of a sudden he's like, oh my gosh, like you have this many. And I'm like, and I said, I don't want to concentrate on the number. I've never been about a number. I don't need a group that has 1,000, 10,000, 500, 100. Thankfully, we're over 100. We're doing well. It's never been about a number goal for me. My goal has been to reach people that want to learn from me and connect with me on a different level than what I can share on a Sunday in the studios with Sandy. In a convention class, in a seminar class, I try and give my absolute all to my membership group. from what I share, what I teach, the things that I continually learn and educate myself on so that I can bring that to them, product information. So it just is, it's a blessing. It came at a time when I definitely needed it. I remember I'm sitting over here in a chair and my husband was sitting across my studio on the couch, and I just said, it's just something I feel deeply inside. I've prayed about it. I've thought about it. I've dreamt about it. And so there are many people here right now joining us tonight that are in my membership group. And I am very grateful and thankful. And like I tell them all the time, you know, you can go anywhere and learn. There's so many things that you can do online to learn. Joining me in this community and this group of supportive, encouraging, like-minded creatives, whether they create or not, many of them are there. And I get the emails from some that, you know, are like, I haven't done this week's or this month's page and I feel like I'm behind, but I just love watching you and being a part of this tribe, this group, this community. And that really is what it's all about, is to connect on a level. I get to share myself on a level. You guys have seen more tonight than I share like on Sundays in the studio with Sandy. And this is what my membership group gets. They get like me through and through. That doesn't mean that I don't come up and show who I am and the real me. I mean, this is me. I have no makeup on. I have residual makeup on. I'm in my pajamas. But I get to share a part of me and things that are going on in my life and their life, and with art and with product and creating, and just on a different level than I can do that on a 2.5 hour live on a Sunday. So with that said, my membership group is open. It opened officially yesterday. We welcomed many members yesterday, some today, and it closes on Wednesday evening at midnight. So if you're interested in joining, I'm going to pop this information up real quick for you. So basically what we do is 3 to 4 times a month, I go live with my membership group in a private Facebook page. You can sign up monthly. You can sign up yearly. You can cancel at any time. However, I do send you an email and let you know that I'm sad that you're leaving, and to give me feedback, because I want feedback. I want to know if things are great, if it fit your need. I also do totally understand that things come up in life, and whether it's you're on a retirement budget or you're caring for your grandkids because your kids are working, or you just can't at this time, I totally get it. 1,000%. Totally understand. And it's never to, it's just, again, my outreach to see if everything was good and everything was okay. So there are over 60 recorded lessons that my members have access to and new members have access to. You also have access to all of my Zoom class recordings that we do quarterly in the membership group, because that's an opportunity for me to be able to see them instead of them always just seeing and hearing me talk. So we have quarterly membership group. I throw in freebies every now and then. If I teach something and it becomes a pattern packet, my membership gets that pattern packet for free, because if it's based on a lesson that I've taught in my journal with them, they get the pattern packet for free. And so what else? Challenges. We do challenges. We've done drawing exercises. We've done design. If you've ever wanted to design and lay out a pattern on your own, we've had lessons on that. We have drawing lessons and exercises monthly, so that you can see, not just transfer a pattern, but look at something and go, wow, that's a circle. those are triangles, those are ovals, that, to see a shape in something. And so I try and bring that to, I'm not going to look at that because I'm going to get emotional, but a lot of my members are commenting and posting things, and they get me here. So they do. So my membership group is open. It closes midnight on Wednesday. It will not be open again until the fall. The payment buttons have been up there, but they're going to go away because in the fall of this year, when the doors open again, the price will go up. You will still have access to all the content, whatever. Again, you can join monthly, you can join yearly, but the price will go up because, of course, the price has gone up for everything, right? Supplies that I've done. My membership group also gets the biggest discount on my website than any other person on the net. So there's no code better than what my membership gets. And that's just fair to them because they show up and they show out and they're there to support each other and connect with me. So I love you guys too. So like I said, I can't look. I want to look at the comments, but you guys, it really does mean the world. Absolutely would travel to paint with you. So again, I love to travel, love to teach, and will continue to do so as the opportunities arise. I have several seminars this year. I have Oklahoma City in October. I'm teaching at the SDP convention in August in Vegas. I'm actually the special event teacher for Decoart. I will be in the Decoart booth. I actually am Decoart at the SDP convention. I'm going to post some links on this live either tonight or tomorrow. So you guys make sure to come back in the description. I'm going to post some links of some things that we've talked about, also the conventions, and then I'm also a special event with the incredible Elizabeth Stoll at OKC Painting Palooza in October. So I'm going to continue to travel, but I'm also going to continue to be online and do online and share what I love and what I'm passionate about, what I'm crazy about. I'm like crazy about, and share that and reach people far and wide. So like I mentioned, I have people in my membership group from Spain and Norway and India and Australia, several actually, I think there's 3 in there from Australia, if I'm not mistaken, and all over Canada, all over the US. And we need to just continue to grow and have this community of like-minded, fun, creative people. So if that's you and you're interested in joining my membership group, you can go to my website, which is right there, sandymcteardesigns.com, and you can click on the membership tab. And you can go through all the information, a lot of what I've talked about, but you can also go all the way to the bottom. There are the payment options, monthly or yearly. Again, after Wednesday night at midnight, those will go away. All right. Now, let me answer a question real quick for my current membership. You do not need to sign up again. Your membership, it is automatic. So when you sign up and then when the price goes up, you're umbrellaed under the price that you are in right now. All right. Unfortunately, if you cancel, then if you go to sign, I have all these messages coming. If you go to sign up, the button's not going to be there and it won't be there again till the fall. So anyway, oh, Donna, you're going to the, you told me that, the Decoart class in Vegas. Yes. So excited to be there, excited to see you and so many other people. And I'm excited to be back in Vegas. I really miss going to the Creative Painting Convention in Vegas this year. So, so yesterday I mentioned some supplies that I use, and there were some questions in the comments, and I thought it would be nice just to show you guys some of the things that I use with my membership group to limit the amount of surfaces that you need, To limit the amount of supplies, although I'm a product girl, I have to have it all. Do y'all have to have it all? I have to have it all. I like it all. I want every color in that line. I have my favorites and I tend to pull those out often. But really, at the end of the day, my thing is with my membership group is to teach, teach, teach. Technique, tips, tricks, consistency, so that they are fed inspiration and that yearning and wanting to be creative. Because guess what? Like I said yesterday, the more you create, the more you'll create. All right? It's true. It's proven. I can attest to that. If I go weeks without doing something, which I've had to do, like when I tore the ligament in my finger and I couldn't paint with my right hand, when the longer you go, the harder it is to get started. So if you do little steps each day, if you're not in the mood to pull something out, you don't know what you want to paint, you can gesso a project piece. You can paint it with some multi-purpose sealer. And guess what? You've done a little something creative to prep for when you have that creative mood. And then the next day, do a little something. Then the next day, do a little something. And that's what I try to challenge my membership with. First off with their challenges, but also with the lessons and also just the communication and the connection, to inspire them to explore and enjoy this journey of being creative. Because I don't know about y'all, but if it's not fun and it's not enjoyable, I don't want to do it, right? There are those things that are painful. Like today, I didn't want to go to physical therapy. I went and it was productive and creative. He put needles in me and electrodes and all those other fun things that I'm sure he gets excited about. Like, oh, let's watch that muscle jump when we stick that electrode on there. It's like me with a drop shadow. Ooh, put that on there and I get excited. So anyway, all right, guys, let me turn my camera down. Oh, Cindy Braden, thank you so much. So anybody that does join during our live tonight, or this week, I have another live tomorrow night. I'm going to pop on Wednesday, but it's going to be brief because I go out of town like 5 o'clock Thursday morning. So I will send you your information so that you can get into the private Facebook group so that you can start seeing the content. And tomorrow night we have a lesson. And tomorrow night our lesson is fun and exciting. So the other thing I have is guest artist. And I know I mentioned this on my live yesterday. I have guest artists periodically, and I've had Tracy Moreau and Deb Antonick and Kathy Hansen and Kat Kerr and Beth Wagner and Holly Hanley. Oh my goodness, Marianne Andresi and my friend Beth at Tombow Markers and and I know I'm leaving people off and I'm so sorry, but this month we not only have a guest artist that's going to do a free 1-hour tutorial, we also have our Zoom class, and our Zoom class at the end of the month for members only, which is free, is a mixed media rooster. And then Marco Aguilar is going to be on the first hour or so of that Zoom class, showing how to paint like the glint on water, white caps, waves, movement in water. So I'm very blessed and fortunate to just have these other teachers and artists that are willing to come in and share with my membership group. So let's get started. I'm going to pan down and show you some of my favorite supplies and then also our giveaway for tonight. So all you have to do is like, comment, share. And I just saw Cheryl. So if you go to my website right there, I love your last name, Borland Hoy. What a pretty last name. So Cheryl, you can go to my website and you can click on the tab. It looks like that with the paint splatters in the back. And you can click on that tab and it will tell you all about it. You can sign up monthly, you can sign up yearly. All right. And I just saw Norma Jean at 90 because I have joined your tribe. I paint every day and I'm loving every minute. I have to say, Norma Jean, I have to click there. Hello. I was talking with one of our other members in our membership group today, or was it? Yeah, it was today, yesterday and today. And we were both talking about just how prolific you are, and how much you paint and how much you post. And so thank you, Chris Avola. Adore you. Thank you, Janie Kaufman. I appreciate that. So, all right. Not sure what has gone on. Let's see. I want to go over to YouTube real quick. And I'm just going to put in a little comment there because the comments kind of stopped about 20 minutes ago. So hopefully you guys are still seeing me. I'm a nurse and work PMs. Can I watch lessons later? Rebecca, absolutely. I have 3 nurses in our membership group that I know of personally, 2 that have been on the COVID ward, and they watch when they can, and all of the lessons are recorded. Everything is recorded so that you can go back and watch when it fits into your schedule and into your time. So I saw another comment. It is cheaper to sign up for the year. And then you don't have to worry about it. It just renews after a year's time. And so yeah, you don't have to worry about it at all. But again, if you wanted to sign up for the month just to check it out, see how it is, and you're like, oh, I really like this, which I think you will, you can message me and we will sign you up for a year instead of for the monthly. So hello, Katie. So good to see you. How was that? Was it hockey? Your grandson's hockey game? I think I saw that. So someone on YouTube, let me know that you can see the comments, or have you all moved to Facebook? Thank you, Marilyn. I love your style, Marilyn Healy. I love your style. She's very painterly. And that you guys have heard me say many times on Sundays in the studio with Sandy that I would much rather have you guys put yourself into a piece than to do it exactly like me. Take the things that you love that I do with the things that you love to do and incorporate them together, and put them into your piece. So with that said, let me pan down real quick because I want to mention this again. I know I said it yesterday on my live if you joined me. But we primarily create in an art journal. All right. Now, this is my favorite art journal. And one of our giveaways tonight is an art journal with one of my journal pages completed and in the front of the book. All right. So what's different with this art journal, and you can get these at Walmart. I sell them on my website when I can get them in stock, but they have been too difficult to get in stock right now. I have to take a drink of water. Right? I totally agree with that. Thank you so much, Lucy. I can see your post, your comment over on YouTube. And Bonnie, thank you. Yeah, it does seem to be slow. So it's completely up to you, Anne. I know that there is a lag between one or the other, and I know they posted it yesterday, and I can't remember. Okay, so let's talk about art journaling real quick. All right. Now, when you think of journaling, you might, it might conjure up those ideas of like a diary. Let me say, this is my diary. This is my place to sit and create without a thought in my mind. Or if I have 1,000 thoughts in my mind, it's my place to sit and create, decompress, de-stress, and just play with paint, brushes, stamps, stencils, you name it. My group is a mixture of decorative painting, art journaling, mixed media, and then things that I learn and do and want to share and bring to my membership group. So we create in an in and out journal. And let me show you why I love this journal. You can get these at Walmart. Like I mentioned, you can get them on Amazon, but you're going to pay more. I want to say they're like $9 and something at Walmart, and they're $15 at Amazon. So anyway, if you pinch these little tabs, you can take out the pages. I'm going to show you a journal where I can't take out the pages. That never bothered me. My thing with my journal, the commitment I made to myself when I started years ago was that I was not going to tear out one page. If I did not like it, Gesso is my best friend, and I'm going to share some of my favorite products with you guys, but I am a firm believer that you use what you have. So if you've got hordes and hordes of product and you're looking for a way to get rid of them, this is the best place to do it, is in an art journal where you can play and create and paint and just let things flow and have fun. So I love that I can take the pages out first off. All right. So, and it comes with, let's see. So this one has 60 sheets. And is that the right one? Yes. 60 sheets or 50 sheets. But anyway, you have both sides. You have both sides that you can create on. Now, I'm really bad. I'm really, really bad about painting on one side and then moving on to the next. But I have created on both in many of my journals. All right. So this is one of them. And I'm just going to kind of flip through some of these pages real quick. So I think I did that. There's a YouTube lesson where I did that the last time I opened my membership group. We're also doing the flowers of the month. So each month, the flowers, what they mean, kind of their definition or theme. And again, in my group, there are many that have kind of followed the what we've done, but then some that have just switched it up and done something completely different. Now, what's really cool is I cut the heart out of paper. I should have grabbed this. But when I cut the heart out of paper, I had a piece of paper with a heart cut out of it. So I showed my membership group, look, you have a stencil. Put the piece down and put another stencil underneath it, and you can create the shape of a heart by using a piece of paper. So you don't have to have much to be able to art journal. So there aren't a lot of words. I don't do a lot of writing. I have. Let me find one. I had it right here. Let's see. I pulled all these things aside to share and show with you guys. And I should have put them in order as to what I was going to be talking about, right? Oh, I didn't grab it. Okay. So there are some times that I will take a page and write on it like this one. Like this one says, all the feels, a week after losing my precious doggie. So that kind of inspired, and I don't know, I was just kind of in a mood that day, so I wrote that on the side. We oftentimes will write words. I am inspired by nature, obviously, because a lot of things that I do are flowers and leaves and whatnot. We just did a sunflower because, I mean, if Ukraine is not on your mind, and heavy on your heart. So we did that in our membership group. But anyway, it's also a place where I will sit down and I'll sketch. So I sketched her out, oh my gosh, 3 years ago. And I was going to paint her, but I love her as a sketch. So I haven't done anything with her. Now, she's in a journal where the pages didn't come out. So in flipping through my journal, you will see many things that I create will then become a class. Like this was a class at a convention. This and another one, I did 2 pages at this convention. This was an SDP online Zoom class. So a lot of things that I create, this was a convention piece. I will take and share at a convention, in a journal class. This was the class I was telling you guys about for Summerfest, and I did the journaling, and I remember Chris Hoy, who owns Cupboard Distributing, which I'm going to share with you guys in a second. She said, Sandy, she said, you come alive when you paint. Oh, look, I'm getting emotional. It must be because it's almost 10 o'clock. But she said, you come alive when you teach. But I have to say, when you're creating in your art journal, it's amazing. Like there's something like a difference in your voice. There's a passion more than the passion you have for painting. And I think it's because when I first started art journaling, I was doing a convention for Decoart. They sent all the stuff. It was the first convention I ever did for them where I set up the booth. I hung the banners, I put the product out, and then I was also there demoing and I was also teaching. And they sent an art journal and I thought, ooh, I haven't created in an art journal. Let me just start playing. I'll show you that art journal in a minute. So it's true. I am passionate about painting, but I'm also very passionate about playing with product and ideas and different things, because guess what? You might look at that and go, it's on paper. I want that on a wood plaque, or I want to put that on my wall. Guess what? You can play and paint here, and then you can take it and create it on another surface, right? So this was one of my classes that I taught. This was the page I was telling you guys about that we did with Ukraine. Originally, I just did a sunflower, and then I found a dictionary that had Ukraine, which is written there, and the little, on the side of the page that was attached to this dictionary page, there was a little map of Ukraine. And I thought, hello. And then as I'm painting it and teaching this to my students, and it was about scroll work and different things, and for the life of me, I can't remember. Someone said, oh, you should put a little heart on it. And so I put a little red heart. And yeah, it's just, see, that was my original. I didn't have a little map of Ukraine or a little heart. And so it just kind of evolved. Our daffodil page, because that was in February. Deb Antonik taught a class, and we did this really sweet, fun girl, and I did some freehand drawing of flowers. Again, if I'm showing something live, like on a lesson or in a seminar or whatever, I'll grab my journal and I'm like, oh, okay, do that. Because guess what? You can take gesso and cover that up. So our word for the year, I've done that as a Zoom class with my group, a Zoom class. This is a live I did with my membership group, and we were doing backgrounds, I think, or something. And I just started creating and showing them that you really don't have to have a lot of thought in mind. Maybe you're thinking about daisies, which is this month's flower of the month, and we're going to be painting daisies in my membership group. So start with there, or you saw a word or a quote and you want to go with that. So letting that inspire you to create. And when I was doing this in the group, I only had like maybe 5 daisies. And then I get so inspired, like I am right now talking to you guys, that I will probably paint afterwards, because this gets my mind like in overdrive. So anyway, okay, so I don't have any more in here, but what I wanted to share with you on this journal, what's the cover? So this was like one of the second journals that I had done. It does not have in and out pages. And this came to me when I was teaching a lesson, I don't know, sometime this year with one of our lessons in my membership group, and someone said, oh, my pages don't come out. And I thought, surely there's a way without taking the binding off. So let me show you a really cool trick. If you have a journal and it has this little binding right here, and you don't know how to take, or you want to be able to take the pages out without having to tape it, otherwise the paint goes in the holes and it gets down into the other pages, yada, yada, yada. So let me show you a really cool trick that I shared with my membership group recently. I can take my scissors and put them right between, and I'm going to push this page forward instead of back on the binding, right? Push it forward. And you can take your scissors and just cut a little slit right there. I should have done half of it already instead of you having to watch me cut. Or grabbed another. I know I skipped a couple. I need to go back. But anyway, these little binding rings, the scissors will fit nicely in there. And you can just cut that little slit right there. You just need to be able to get it out. Now, if you've got a journal and you don't want to take the pages out, that's okay too. Or if you don't create in a journal and every single lesson we do, you want to create on wood, knock yourself out. It really is not about the surface as much as it is about learning techniques and tips and tricks and things to make you more creative, a better artist. So let's see. So I can now lift, and let's see if I miss any. But look how that's coming out now. Oh, did I miss that one? Nope, got that one. Okay, so I'm going to turn it this way. So all of these pages are going to be like an in and out book. So even if you go to Walmart and you can't find it, now you're going to have 50 or 60 pages that you're going to have to cut. But what this will do is allow you to take your page out of your journal so that you can paint it. Now what I do is I'll come here with my scissors and ever so closely next to that little cut, I will cut a little bit more either on the left or the right depending on where I need to have a little space. You know, if I did the rings and I was a little too far to the left, then I will go a little to the right. Like there and there. Oops. But you want that little T shape. That T shape is what's going to keep your journal inside, or your page inside your journal. All right, so let's go there. Okay. And then you have these little white things you got to clean up later. Now, what I can do with this once I get done creating on it is I just pinch those little rings and I can stick it right back into the journal. Now they're a little fragile. You have to be careful with them. I'm not looking at the comments, but I definitely will go back and answer any questions. And Marilyn, thank you for the stars. Teresa, thank you for the stars. I was just going to say that I would thank anybody that has sent stars that I have not thanked. So thank you so much. Anyway, so look, so that page is now back into my art journal, right? How cool is that? So if you have a journal, I like the mixed media paper. I like the way it reacts to product, and I use a lot of product, a lot of water. You can decorate the cover of your journal. Gesso right over that blue cover that I shared with you. Our giveaway right here. This is actually the giveaway piece. But I am going to slide in. So there's 60 sheets in it now, but I'm going to slide in a page that I've done and created. So that's one of our giveaways. Again, all you have to do, like, comment, share. And then what's the other giveaway? Let's see. Oh, I have another giveaway for tonight, and that is for these two stamps. Now, I have to tell you guys, the Dollar Tree has upped their game. They've also upped their price from $1 to $1.25, or $3 or $5. Now, they had these in the $1.25 section. So I just thought they were too cool, and they look like a lot more than $1.25, right? They're rubber stamps. Who cares if they were $1.25 or $25? But anyway, so that's our second giveaway, okay? And I will announce all the winners on Wednesday. Now, this is my ongoing current journal that I'm working on, and I have not done my cover. And so the new updated version has 60 pages. This one had 50. All right. And it's the in and out journal. So we just did this lesson the other night with my group. Things I love to do, backgrounds, share all the different things that you can do with stencils and paint and backgrounds. And I was obviously showing somebody how to draw an eye. How to create fold out pages, because I love scrapbooking. I used to be huge into scrapbooking, and all the tips and tricks that I learned from that industry and doing scrapbooking, you know, I love to share. This is actually a leaf from my yard, like a branch with leaves from my yard that I spritzed with paint, and I set it down on the paper so that I had the exact shape and everything. And then I just started creating and painting. But for my group, the lesson was about water droplets and how to paint water droplets. Okay. Again, a lot of different product on this one. This was one of our very first lessons in October 2020 when I started my membership group. And it's one of my favorites. So again, we've got some drawing lessons. Again, duplicate. Hello. I taught this on the Heart Party. And several of our members now actually came and found me from the Heart Party. So that's exciting as well. So this is my ongoing working journal. This one was about kind of Van Gogh style sepia tone. So not a lot of color. In fact, I used two colors on that. Raw umber and quinacridone gold. Okay. And it really was very heavily geared towards floating. This one was about texture. We did a lesson on texture, and these cotton balls, if you could feel them, feel like cotton. Feel like cotton. I mean, they're rough and textured. And so one of my all-time favorite stencils from Tim Holtz. So we use stencils, we use stamps, we do backgrounds, and then create on those backgrounds. You know, a lot of times I will do a page like this one, and I sprinkled and spritzed some rubbing alcohol on it, and I love the effect. But if the page doesn't speak to me and I don't know what I want to do with it, I just leave it. And then I can come back to it. Or I might go, oh, I have the perfect background for this subject. So again, to me, this isn't undone. It's just waiting to be done. All right. So this I love, love, love. So this was a class I taught at a convention, and I got this new pen. It's called Liquid Chrome. Can you see that on the stamens? Now, I didn't know where I was going to use it, but I did this page and I thought, ooh, it looks perfect on that lily. So again, a convention piece because I loved it so much. Love this page. Let me tell you why. First off, I love the words. I love the sentiment. And this is where kind of my feelings when I'm creating at the time either will come out with color, with words, with what I paint, the design, the layout, everything. All that is from the emotion of where I am when I'm doing that page. So that's where the journaling part comes in for me. It's not necessarily that I have to sit here and write a book like I would in a diary or a journal that you might keep. That doesn't mean that you can't do that. You can incorporate all that, but that creative artistic side can come out and also convey a message of what you're feeling on that day. Okay. So for this page, I remembered distinctly the day that I created this, and I was not in a great place with somebody. And then I thought, okay, let's flip the script. So the background is happy. It's yellow and it's blue, right? Because I needed to kind of change my mood from where I was. And that created with what I was feeling with my words, just that juxtaposition of happy and kind of flipping the script on your mindset and what you're thinking. To me, that's what art journaling is about. It is your playground to play and create. So I just saw, Delaney, your message. So I'm going to show you some of my favorite products, okay, that I love to use. So again, I love to sit and create and paint and play. Got a new stamp set. Deb Antonick and I went to a class and we got that stamp set. And yeah, so, I play them out, try them out. This one's going to actually be somewhere. I can't talk about that one right now. So if I'm in a mood or I haven't done anything for the day in a creative way, I will sit down in my art journal and I will either sketch or I will gesso the page so that I am prepped and ready for when I am in the mood and ready to paint. I know I've shared this several times with y'all on lives throughout the years, but when I did this page, it just had just the background. But what I saw was a profile. So all I didn't draw her. All I did was I shaded around what I thought I saw. And she became part of that page. And it just touched my soul so much that, again, I used words to convey that feeling. Did this one on a Decoart thing. They have these free quotes that you can get on their blog. Same thing. That was one of my Summerfest classes. Truest statement ever. Absolutely the truest statement ever. I don't know about y'all, but part of being creative, there's so many things that go into being creative, but one of my greatest things is to lift up and help others maybe see themselves differently or lift them up where they're like, oh, I actually can do this. I'm a firm believer that everybody can paint. Now, you might not be doing everything, like I'm doing, and that's okay. It's all a process. And in my membership group, everybody's on different levels, and that's good. I just always encourage them to share, and they do. So, and encourage each other. So, again, those are some of my art journals. Some of my things that are must-haves to paint and create an art journal, like I shared with you guys. Paint. So my preferred is Decoart Americana. Whatever acrylic paint you have. If you want to do yours in watercolor, because watercolor is your jam. If you want to do it in oils, because oils is your jam. We paint flowers and other things that you can create in oils on any surface. All right. But paint. Now, I use this, but this is my favorite. The Decoart Media Fluid Acrylics. They're transparent, they're highly pigmented. You can use them like an acrylic, you can layer, which I'm a layer painter, and you can use them like watercolor. They're beautiful. They're amazing. So amazing that I sell them on my website. My other is Gesso. Love, love, love Gesso. And there is a difference. Again, this is the media line with Decoart. What I love about this Gesso is how thick it is. Now, there are many Gessos that are very thin. And I'm going to grab, let's see here. I'm going to grab this. This is just a background that I had done with my membership group last summer actually. But you can either take a brush and water down the Gesso to make it thin, or you can take a palette knife and put that on and let it stutter to get some really cool effects, like this one. Okay, so you can see like the stutter and stuff with paint. You can do that with Gesso. You can use Gesso through stencils. So if it's really thin, you can't. So let me just zoom in really quick to show you this. So this is a Hoy Stencil. I said I was going to tell you guys. So my live yesterday, the Stargazer Lily, I have some Hoy stencils as my giveaway. Okay, so if you missed that live yesterday, go over and share, follow, comment, and you'll be entered. So you can use Gesso right through your stencils. And what it's going to do for you is just give you a raised element on your page. All right. And guess what? If you don't like it, I can flatten it out, right? So Gesso is a must-have for me. And then you always want to wash your stencils. So little hand sanitizer, which is another staple in my studio. And something I should have invested in after having 3 kids in 3 years. 94, 95, 96, all 15 months apart to the day, is wipes. So my go-to is Huggy wipes, or any wipe, whatever wipe you use. You don't want it to have lotion. I very rarely have alcohol as well. I just like the clean, plain wipe. Because if I need to add some rubbing alcohol, I can. So I probably have 8 or 9 of those containers around my studio because I'm always afraid I'm going to run out. So wash off your stencils, especially if you're using Gesso modeling paste, which is another product I love, just to make sure that you don't ruin those, okay? And someone asked, Delooney asked about putting something down. How do I attach it? You can use decoupage medium, matte medium, heavy gel medium. There are a lot of different mediums that you can use to attach things. This is my go-to, matte medium, okay? Now, let me show you something. One of the things, I have to find a page that's blank. And I know I have shared this with you guys on a couple of things, but if I take that matte medium, first off, it will decoupage paper down. I can do image transfers with it. One of my favorite things to do, though, with matte medium is this. So I'm going to lay a stencil down, my all-time go-to favorite stencil, Tim Holtz. I have them coming in very soon. I've been out forever. And then, because I'm on kind of my favorite things that I have to have, my Stencil Pro brushes by Dynasty. So I will take some of that matte medium right here on my silicone baking mat that I got from Amazon, probably the best purchase I made in 2020, because I can use it as my palette. I can also use it to keep my workstation clean, and then I can peel the paint off, wash it off, but you can find those on Amazon. Just look under silicone baking mat and extra large. And I like the gray because the gray will show the true colors. All right, so look, you probably can see the glisten and glow from the wet of that stencil, from that matte medium. But let's put that on. You definitely want to make sure that you wipe that off, that stencil. I'm going to throw mine in a little water bath I have over here. Okay. And let's close that up. And then let's dry it so I can share and show my other favorite tool I love to use is a heat tool, an embossing tool, heat tool. If you have a hair dryer, you can use a hair dryer. Do you use Posca pens? Oh, I love Posca pens. I haven't, Delooney, and hopefully I'm saying that right, because starting your membership group in the middle of a pandemic, I really have tried to be mindful of what I share and show. I have, like I said, I had my friend Beth on she does a lot of stuff with Tombow markers. I just don't want my members to feel like you have to go out and spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to have everything. Create with what you have, but Posca pens are amazing. So, okay, so I'm just going to dry that matte medium. I've done this on wood, I've done it on journal pages, paper mache. You just want to make sure it's dry, and that dries so fast. I do sell those. The stuff that I have on my website is the stuff that I love. And if you missed that link, it's there. I always have a coupon code. If you're a member in my membership group, don't use that coupon code. You have a better coupon code on the header of our Facebook group page that will always give you a better discount. All right. So what that will do, you can't really see, right? It's not showing up. So I'm going to spritz this with water. And I'm going to spritz it. Let's see if this one will spritz. Sometimes these little things clog. It's not going to spritz. Let's see if this one will. It's curling because the water and paper, you know, kind of like oil and vinegar, right? Okay, so let's just do that. And I'm going to use my baby wipe. You can use a brush, you can use a baby wipe, but look what that will do for that paper, for that background, for that piece that you want to add a little something, something to. That matte medium acts as a resist. How cool is that? I love that. Now I could take a clean part of my baby wipe and I could get more off. See how that will rub off? But I typically will use matte medium on my pages or gesso because paint to paper stays where it is unless it's wet and fluid and moving. So I use one or the other for my pages in my art journal and in my lessons. So that's that cool product. So I shared the stencils with you. In my art studio, I have stencils. I have stamps. Huge stamp lover. So much so, let me just pull this little thing up here for you. So Stampenda stamps, absolutely love them. This my friend Ken Oliver has this stamp. So a lot of different stamps for backgrounds. But again, if you do not have a rubber stamp, you can get them at many, many places like the Dollar Tree, hello, like the ones I shared with you guys that are phenomenal for $1.25. But if you don't have a stamp, that doesn't mean that you can't create, because you know the foam cutouts that they make like for kids' crafts? You can create a stamp out of that. You can create a stamp out of bubble wrap. Linda Park, yes, we are going to be doing some gel plate printing and creating very, very, very soon. So yes. Okay. Yeah, so stamps are kind of my go-to. I, of course, have to be organized and love to organize them. Brushes. And so this leads to my next giveaway for tonight. Again, all you have to do is like, comment, share. If you're on YouTube, I love that we can go back and catch up on past projects. I've been away. Linda, yes, and you are so busy, girlfriend. Let me just tell you, I wish I had, you create so much. And by the way, happy anniversary to you and your hubby. But I just love to see little pieces and parts that maybe we've done or that you share, or that there's a page that sparks that inspiration. You have to create it that night. And so many of my members will do that and then they will share it. So the gesso and the blow dried is the result. So when you use a blow dryer, oftentimes it pushes things away, whereas the heat tool, embossing tool will dry it in its place. So I tend to use my Ranger Heated Craft tool. I just love it. It's quiet. And when you're teaching online, that's a must. Because sometimes I've been on lives and watching them and they sound like a jet engine. So, all right, last giveaway for tonight. And there'll be more giveaways tomorrow because we're going to do a live tomorrow night as well. And we're actually going to get a little creative and crafty, all right? And I'm going to start that process tonight with you guys, and we will finish it tomorrow. So I have some brushes. My favorite brushes. I'm a Dynasty Artisan and specialist, and they are my go-to favorite brushes. I'm a firm believer, though, I put it out there all the time. Use the brush that feels best for you. These are the brushes that feel best to me. These are the brushes that I find work best for me and my techniques and the way that I paint. All right, so tomorrow is going to be the same time. All right, so I have a 3/4 flat, a 12 flat, a filbert, a round, and a 1/4 inch angle. All right, so that's our third giveaway. So the art journal with a piece that I've painted that's going to be in the front of the art journal. And then our stamp set and I'll throw in some extra little freebie things, especially on that one because it's Dollar Tree. And then the brushes. All right. So I know it's only April. Well, only April. Hello. But in May, my membership group is all about mixed media. So in addition to working in our art journal, we're also going to be working and sharing and showing different ways that you can create with different things that you might have. Now, you guys have probably, stored these in a box, in a drawer, other places. You have all these little bits and bobs. I have an ornament hanger. This is hot glue. These are just chipboard letters. A paintbrush that my husband was looking for, and I had to show him, here's your paintbrush, but you can't have it back because it's glued down. I used to get these little handles from Hobby Lobby for Deb Antonick for one of her pattern packets. Love it. So again, and it's all put together, gessoed, and then we paint and play and create. And this one has stencils on it. So May in my membership group is all about mixed media. Now, if you want to create in May with me, mixed media, you have to join now because my membership doors close on Wednesday night. They will be closed until the fall. And so Monday is all about exploring mixed media. All right. So I have a page and we're going to create a little background real quick, just to give you an idea of kind of where my crazy head goes. I want to zoom out just a little. Okay. So when I'm creating, this is blank, nothing on it. But what we're going to do is we're going to put something on it. And then tomorrow we'll come back 9 o'clock Eastern time and we'll create something on it. So I'm just going to take some gesso and I'm going to do one of my favorite ways of creating a background with a palette knife and gesso. And I'm just going to lay it on, but I want it to stutter. I want there to be some of that page showing, because what happens is the paint is going to take it differently than it does the gesso. All right. Now, if you have something on the opposite side of your page, you want to make sure that you varnish your pages before you create on the other side, or you're going to ruin that side of your journal. So, that journal page. So I always varnish mine with a soft touch varnish or a satin, never a gloss, because I live in Georgia. And guess what? It's hot. It is so hot down here. Oh, thank you so much, Delunia. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. What was that? Oh, I missed that comment. Oh, I have to go back. It just scrolled so fast. I did not see. I'll have to go back and look at that. Because it's late, guys, right? Especially if you're on the East Coast or my friends in Nova Scotia or the Atlantic time zone. Or overseas, right? I mean, England, you're like, what, five hours ahead? I used to live there for 6 years. I should know. Okay, so once I get that done, again, go to my trusty baby wipes. And little tip, best if you always wipe the jar lid so that when you go to put it on, it's not going to stick next time you go to open it. All right. Okay. Now, I'm not going to sit here and make you watch gesso dry. We will worry about our background color tomorrow. What I do want to do, though, is I want to put a little something in the background. So I think I am going to do, that. Now, I know I put my gesso away, right? I'm going to lay it down, take my baby wipe, and I'm going to wipe it. So if you have a stencil that has like little pieces and parts that are very delicate, instead of pulling or just kind of tap it. So I'm just tapping some of that pattern. Now let me hold that up so you can see. And it does a little stucco but look how cool that is. So you get a little bit of that design in your gesso. So when we go to do our color, we will be able to see that design. And then I also like to come back with paint and add it elsewhere. So I'm going to keep this stencil out so that we know that that is what we used tonight. And we will create some color. I don't know. I have nothing in my mind. So maybe on this live, drop some hints, some things that you'd like to see me paint. Remember, it has to be done probably within an hour to include background color and design. But I'm just going to kind of wing it, and I'll look through the comments tonight. Tomorrow, it's actually 10:30. I'll probably look through them tomorrow and see about what I'm going to paint. So, all right, guys. It's Mona from Vancouver. It's 7:33 there. So you must be on the west coast side of Canada, right, Mona? Midday here in Australia, right? Do you reuse your wipes? I normally don't, but I have to tell you, there are sometimes I will wipe something on a baby wipe that it inspires me, like color especially, that I will lay it out like that. And then you can die cut it. You can cut it into strips. You can use it. So yes, I have not done that in my art journal, but I have done it in some creations. So yes, definitely. Same thing with paper towels. Same thing with the stencil. Did you guys just see what I did? In fact, that's a really cool trick. So let me show you. I already wiped the gesso off, and I shouldn't do it on this page, but I can wipe it off. But because I had that gesso on there, it's not going to work. Nope. So I'm just going to show you. So if I come here again, let's go to a different part, and we'll use that. Because Deluni's comment got me, my brain in overdrive, like I said, so I'll do that, right? Lift it up. We've got that design there. Now, I have gesso on the back there. And oftentimes, if I have brushed over it or spritzed over it with paint, I know that I'm going to be able to use that gesso. So I flipped my stencil over. I'm going to use my baby wipe. Wipe that off. And I don't know if you saw it on my mat when I did it earlier, but you can use that on another page or another creation. Okay, and it's just gesso, but again, it might be the perfect little touch that your creation needs. Now, I don't want that on this color. I really like this patina page, so I'm going to wipe it off, but cleaned my stencil and showed you how you can actually use what's on a stencil to create more. So I'm put that over there and put the lid on it, and I'm going to put that there. I will dry it. I will look at y'all's comments, pull some colors based on some of the comments that I see, and we will create tomorrow, okay? You look so blonde, but not ditzy. I think it's the light, Laura. I mean, seriously, like I said, with my third eyebrow going on here, I have all the lights on, and it's so dark outside that I look differently on my screens than I do when I do a live during the day. So even at 7 o'clock, when a lot of our lessons in the membership group happens, it's still light outside. So yeah. All right. Butterfly emerging from the dark. Oh. All right, guys, it is 10:35. So thank you so much for being here. Hello, Molly Ann. Again, thank you for everyone that left the stars. I will go back and look at the comments, the questions. Drop some comments and let me know what you want me to paint tomorrow night on this page. Okay, because right now it's kind of boring. It's got some texture and it's got some fun. It's got a little stencil design. But I want to paint something on that with you guys tomorrow. And again, just give you a little insight into the way that I create. Right there, what you saw me putting gesso on a page, slapping a stencil on it, getting a little texture, getting a little design is a way to start something. So, and that's what I'm all about, is starting that process of being creative so that you will continue to create. You will continue to learn and grow, because isn't that what it's all about? I mean, if you don't grow and learn, then why do it? So I do share my line drawings and stuff with my members because I don't want to aggravate y'all too much. But it really is a lot of playing with product, playing with different ways and techniques and tips and tricks and all the fun. So, and I think that's probably the one thing is fun. We're supposed to have fun when we create, right? So again, thank you so much, guys, for being here. I will go back. I want to read all the comments now because I can look at the ones where, like, especially my members that are just raving about being a part of the membership group, and I can cry and have a good, happy cry. So again, if you're interested in joining my membership group, we would love to have you. We're a fun, fantastic, creative, supportive group. I'm going to put up the information in just a minute, but my membership doors close Wednesday night at midnight. They will not open again Thursday morning when you email and say, I missed out. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to say I can't because I'm going to be on the road. And then my doors for my membership group do not open again until the fall, and the price will go up. So again, would love to have you join us and check it out. And if you have any questions at all, do not hesitate to hit that contact button on my website, and I will be in touch. All right. You guys have a fantastic night. I will see you tomorrow night here, same place, same bat channel, Facebook page and YouTube, and we will paint and create and have fun, and I'll give you a little more insight into what I love to do on journal pages. All right. Y'all have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for the stars on Facebook, and I'll see y'all soon. All right. Have a good night. Bye. Here's more information on my membership group.